Welcome to Delvin's room. You can see your man, MJ, the GOAT, has come out in defense of LeBron James, saying that LeBron James can play in any era. Now, this is interesting coming from Jordan. You feel me? Because Jordan could easily take the route of that nigga couldn't play in my era, or he couldn't put up numbers in the 80s. He couldn't ball in the 70s or 60s, 90s, hell, even the early 2000s, right? But LeBron did come out in 2003, so not the early 2000s. But, Jordan could, champion his era more. But he didn't choose to do that. He kept it real, and he said LeBron definitely 100% could have played in any era. Very respectable Jordan. Very respectable Jordan. You feel me? Of course, we all know LeBron James is a multi-generational talent. You know what I'm saying? It's no era that LeBron James is not going to be one of the best players in that era. That league doesn't exist. That world doesn't exist. LeBron James is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He's not my GOAT personally. He's not my GOAT. But he's top 5. It's Jordan for me. Kobe number 2. LeBron number 3. Then Magic, then Kareem, then Tim Duncan, then Larry Bird, then Steph Curry, then Steph Curry, KD, and then after KD, I'm gonna go with I'm gonna fuck y'all up. I'm gonna go with Dwayne Wade. So, you know what I'm saying? For MJ to give that respect to LeBron, it means a lot. It means a lot. For MJ to come out and be like, yeah, LeBron could ball in my era, in any era. That was respectable of Jordan. You know what I'm saying? That's very respectable of Jordan. Jordan, he could easily be like, man, fuck LeBron. Fuck his game. You know what I'm saying? He could easily do that, but he didn't do that. And I find that highly commendable. You know what I'm saying? Now, this isn't taken from any interview. This is taken from just a game. He was out there playing golf with the homies. Charles Oakley, he still fuck with Charles Oakley them. But I guess this is coming from when they said LeBron James kind of said Giannis would dominate the 70s, right? And I personally think LeBron is out of pocket for saying that. You know what I'm saying? Because every era is different. You feel me? So for LeBron to come out and say a person from the future would dominate the past, I fuck with LeBron, but you can't say that. You can't say that. Because the people in the past, they have legacies. They won rings. They did things for a reason. See, sometimes people get so caught up in the now that we start to disrespect the past. LeBron shouldn't feel that way because it's going to be a time where LeBron is 70 and people are going to be saying Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is better than LeBron. It's going to be motherfuckers that's going to say that in the future. If Shea goes on to win 2 more championships, it's gonna be people that say Shea is better than LeBron. It's gonna be people that say that shit. Is that true? No, it's not true. But it's something that people are going to say, and people are going to believe. You know what I'm saying? So, in my opinion, LeBron should, you know what I'm saying, not get caught up in saying who would dominate what era at what time. Let's go with the information that we got. And the information that we got is Jordan dominated the 90s. Bird and Magic dominated the 80s and late 70s. Kareem dominated the 70s. Dr. J dominated the 70s. LeBron and Kobe dominated the 2000s. And Shaq, let's not forget Shaq. Let me not disrespect Shaq. Shaq dominated the 2000s. 2010s, LeBron and Steph. And the 2020s is up for grabs. Everybody, so far in the 2020s, has been what? The Lakers won one. Nuggets won one. Milwaukee won one. The Warriors won one. And now the OKC Thunder won one. So we don't have a clear dominant team in the 2020s, which is very interesting. To not have a dominant team in the 2020s, that's very interesting. That no team has, separated themselves from the rest of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Very, very interesting. So yeah. I think Jordan did a very commendable thing. He did a very respectable thing. You know what I'm saying? And people throwing out this shit. I'm done with the 90s and shit like that. I'm done with the 90s. First and foremost, dog, we never gonna be done with the 90s because the 90s was such a prolific era, such a prolific time. It is what it is. It's one of the greatest times. You had Michael Jordan doing his thing. Michael Jackson was a singer. The Martin Show was on. You feel me? It's too much greatness in the air for you to talk about. You gonna forget the 90s and shit like that. That's not happening. But for the OG Michael Jordan, who's still seen as the greatest, to come out and say that, you got to give him respect. For him to say LeBron could play any era, you got to respect that. And see, here's the thing about it is, right? Jordan could easily just be in a mindset of the 90s is the greatest, 90s is the greatest, 90s is the greatest, right? And he could stay there. But the truth of the matter is, it's other eras for a reason. You feel me? Kobe was great. Kobe was amazing. Kobe, for me, is still number 2, dog. He's number 2, bro. Kobe got 5 rings, bro. Niggas, I don't understand the disrespect of Kobe, bro. Kobe got 5 fucking rings. What is that? That's not good enough? He got two finals MVPs. He was balling in all his finals. So, to not have Kobe right there with LeBron is crazy. That shit is fucking crazy. You can't just have niggas just eliminate Kobe from the discussion of the GOAT. Like, if a nigga were to say Kobe Bryant is the greatest basketball player of all time, you might not like that, but he's not. He has his point. He has his reason for feeling Kobe Bryant is the greatest basketball player of all time. It is what it is. You can feel the way you want to feel about it. You feel me? So when you eliminate Kobe Bryant from the GOAT discussion, you not having a real discussion. You feel me? If you eliminate Kobe Bryant from the GOAT discussion, it's not a real discussion. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. It's not real. I believe universally is understood that Jordan is the GOAT still to this day. LeBron took a lot of L's. You feel me? And I'm not saying that makes LeBron any worse than anybody, but I just feel like he took too many finals L's to be called the GOAT, in my opinion. Just my opinion. But Kobe, he lost twice. He led 2 teams there, and he was that nigga with Shaq. So we have to consider that when we talking about Kobe. Kobe was not the 5th best player on those Lakers teams that win a 3-peat. And then another thing is, he was a part of a 3-peat. How many 3-peats have there been in history? three. Jordan 2 teams and Kobe team. Only 3 peats in history. And he was a part of one. So that speaks volumes for itself. There's no award that comes with that. But the fact that he won a 3-peat with a team, he was able to accomplish that, you gotta give Kobe his respect. You have to at least acknowledge that Kobe is top. He's one of the GOATs. You have to acknowledge that. You know what I'm saying? You have to acknowledge that. Whether you feel any type of way about Kobe, you have to acknowledge he's one of the GOATs, right? So respect to Jordan for that one. Jordan did not have to say that LeBron could play in any era, but he did do that. So let's switch gears, right? It's being reported. Now this is very interesting. We finna switch into some screamer world, right? It's being reported that your man ishowspeed, probably the biggest black screamer in the world. Some people would say Casanat is big. I feel Casanat is big within the United States, but I feel globally, Speed is definitely that guy. And it's being reported. Let me go to it now. It's being reported that Speed is being reported let me go there for a minute. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a second. Give me a second. Give me a motherfucking second. It's being reported that ishowspeed let me make sure I got it right. It's being reported that ishowspeed deal with Twitch. He's signing some crazy deal with Twitch that could bring him $600 million in fucking 2 years. Let y'all see that right now. He would be up there with Ronaldo and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander as one of the highest paid people in the world. So it is very doable that we're going to have a billionaire screamer, bro. That's different. Let me tell you something about these screamers, right? If you pay attention to most screamers, most of these kids that scream, these are not kids from the hood that's been through this, that, and the third. A lot of these screamer kids are coming from money. So, first of all, to be a screamer, it takes money. It takes money. You have to have your setup and shit like that. You can't just. I've noticed that with the to get the followers, to get the likes, to get the, you have to have certain equipment that the algorithm notices, right? So these cameras, certain equipment, certain software understands that you have paid a certain amount of money, and now it's gonna introduce more live streamers to you. They're gonna send them to you. So the fact that you have to spend probably $1,000 just to get your streaming started, that's why a lot of these rich kids are the one that's winning in the streaming world. You feel me? It's a reason that a lot of those rich kids are doing so good in the streaming world, right? Casanat comes from money. ishowspeed comes from money. Aiden Ross comes from money. The other kid, Neo, comes from money. Hell, he's not a screamer. Mr. Beast, he doesn't come from the bottom. So a lot of these screamers, they come from money. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very interesting dynamic of how that works. But nonetheless, your man ishowspeed is signing a crazy deal, bro. $600 million for 2 years. What the fuck is going on, bro? How are you getting that much money from streaming, bro? Like, but I will say this with ishowspeed. He spends a lot of money. He spends a lot of money. He's going to other countries. He's taking his team with him. He's out there with it. You feel me? So with him, this shit is not just no little play shit. You feel me? Like, he's spending the bag. You know what I'm saying? When you see him go to China, that costs money to bring your whole team with you, bring all these cameras with you. That costs money. You know what I'm saying? That costs money to make that happen. So I give him respect. You feel me? He's spending money. He's not just making money. He's spending money as well. So I'm gonna give him his respect for that. So that is a crazy. Those are crazy numbers. It's just crazy that the streaming world is getting to that point where motherfuckers can pull those type. You talking about this motherfucker is finna get a deal that soccer players get. And he was big on promoting the soccer shit, which was smart. It was genius, you feel me? And just me as a black person, because Speed is a black person, he does shit that I don't agree with. I'll be very honest with you. He does shit that I don't agree with. I remember he was doing some shit where he was putting down Floyd Mayweather for Pacquiao. Pacquiao's the golden for Floyd. That lets me know where he's psychologically at. He's gonna put the white person or the non-black person ahead of the black person. So that lets me know where he's psychologically at. But nonetheless, he's doing great things. He's doing things that shit is very respectful. It's very respectable. So it's crazy. It's just crazy these streamers are getting that type of money, bro. That shit is crazy, bro. 600 mil for the deal. Getting paid more than most bad. See, that's the shit, right? Because NBA players and football players kind of shit on rappers a little bit. Cause the rap money is going way down. The rap money, remember rap money used to be, rappers used to make more than NBA players. Rappers don't make that type of money no more. Ain't no more money in that shit like that. If a rapper is making $5 million a year, he's doing incredible. You feel me? But if you look at these basketball players, the nigga on the bench is making $25 million a year. Bitch, of a rapper making $5 million a year, he's at the top of the game, nigga. These niggas ain't making, a lot of these niggas making $2 million a year, bro. They making $2 million a year. That's I'm talking about the dudes that's the young ones that's doing their thing. You feel me? I'm not even talking about the ones that talking about doing their thing. Nah, bro. Fuck that shit. It's levels to this shit. We gotta know that shit. Yeah, we can shine and have fun, but nigga, there's other big dogs in this game. It just is what it is. So, let's move on to the next topic. I wanted to talk about this dumbass list that I seen online that made me just think, is there a cancellation of Will Smith going on, bro? My nigga, somebody made a list of the greatest black actors of all time, right? And they decided to leave Will Smith out of the top 16. First of all, there's no such thing as a top black actors list that does not include Will Smith. That does not exist. There's no such thing as, oh, Will Smith's not involved in this. The fuck? That doesn't exist. There's Denzel Washington, then there's Will Smith. I don't understand how this shit is even a debate now. Morgan Freeman and Samuel L. Jackson is legends, but they were not lead actors in movies. That is a fact. That's not me fucking making some shit up. The movies that Samuel L. Jackson and Morgan Freeman were the lead man in were not their blockbuster movies. You know what I'm saying? Morgan Freeman blockbuster movies, he was playing God. You feel me? He was playing or he was playing the rich black dude for Batman. You feel me? That's billing all his shit. So No, my nigga, he was not Batman. You feel me? Same thing with Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson was Mace Windu in Star Wars. He was the dude with the patch over his eye in Marvel, but he was not the main guy. You know what I'm saying? You have to give respect to Will Smith for being the main guy in all his movies. You can't even name a movie where Will Smith is not the top guy. Name a movie that Will Smith was in that he was not the top guy. It doesn't exist. You feel me? So he would have to be right there with Denzel. Denzel is the better actor, but the greatest black movie star of all time is Will Smith. I don't even know how this is a fucking argument. Like, I just don't even understand how people argue this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sidney Poitier, the first black actor to win an Oscar. Greatness. All due respect. But my nigga, he wasn't pulling in them numbers that Will Smith was pulling in. It just is what it is. You know, all these, it doesn't make sense. It really is retarded to even think that. It just is what it is. To me, it's just retarded to think that Will Smith is not the greatest, one of the greatest black actors of all time. That's just stupid. That's just, somebody gotta be hating, bro. Cause that shit don't even make sense. I see in this list, I'm looking at it, whoever it was, Afrocentric Films Collaborative, they gotta be African or some shit. They gotta be on some Pan-African shit or something like that. And they wanna put down the black American actor Will Smith, but that shit don't make no sense, brother. That shit makes no sense. You can't have a top actors list and not mention Will Smith. That shit don't even make sense, dog. That shit don't even make sense. Like I said, I think it sounds like it's some type of cancellation of Will Smith going on, and I don't know if it's because you see what the type of moves Will been making lately. You feel me? Will has been into music lately. He's been doing these tours. Because Will Smith is still a hot commodity. He's always going to be a hot commodity. People going to love Will Smith for the work that he did. But it does seem that Hollywood has turned their back on Will Smith. 100%. It seems like Hollywood has said, fuck you to Will Smith. And that's very interesting. That's extremely interesting to see that Hollywood has pretty much turned their back on Will Smith. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. But, very stupid, too. Very stupid. Very, very stupid. And lastly, before I get out of here, I don't need the green screen for this one. I wanted to talk about your man, Drizzy Drake. New single. So, Drake dropped the new single, What Did I Miss, right? Cool single. Nothing too crazy. And a lot of people are feeling a lot of different ways about it. I go online about it right now. A lot of people are feeling a lot of different ways about this Drake What Did I Miss single. What did I miss? So, a lot of people feel like Drake is coming back dissing, right? It's definitely him answering things. It's definitely him saying people betrayed him. And Drake has been saying it. That's why I look at it two ways, right? People are saying, oh my God, Drake can't read the room. He's coming back dissing when he just sued him and shit like that. True. You right for feeling that way, right? But also, you have to look at it like this with Drake, right? That's been Drake's thing since day fucking one. If you think about his second album, what was one of his main things? No new friends. Remember, Drake was saying that shit very early. Drake has been on the anti-people shit for a very long time. He one of his main things, no new friends. So there you go right there. He's been on that for day one. So, with that being said, is he not being true to himself by being that way? You feel me? If he's been that way since day one, if you've been listening to Drake from day one, he's always had like this I've had my same friends since I was 3 years old, and those are my only friends. Now, I think he can look at the world that way because he's rich, but I think that's a bad way for regular people to look at it. Like, some of the best connections you're gonna make in life is probably somebody that's gonna come to you later in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, my nigga, like if you have relationships that last decades upon decades, great, that's a blessing. But in reality, it's cool to have somebody that you met a year ago, and that person helps you exceed to another level. So, yeah, I think that was a bad message for Drake to put out there, that you know, uh, no new friends. And I mean, he continues to put that message out there, but it's him being true to himself, I guess. You know what I'm saying? If he's saying no new friends, and he comes back, what did I miss? And he always talking about betrayal. Maybe that's just something for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I can't really judge Drake too much. Maybe that's just him. That's just his personality. Now, is that a personality flaw? Yeah, you can say that. But at the end of the day, bro, all this shit is music. So my thing is, when I listen to the song, is the song good? Is the song pleasing to my ears? It's a cool song. It's a cool song. I'm not mad at the song. It's a good song. It's a good song. I'm not. Is it the greatest song of all time? No. Off me listening to it, I'm gonna give it a cool. I'm gonna listen to it again some more so I can feel it even more. But I'm gonna give it a cool 6.7 to 7.3. You know what I'm saying? It's somewhere in that range. It's not the best song ever. It's not the worst song. It's a good song. It's Drake. That's the thing that I have to say about it. It's still Drake being Drake, and there's something to be said about that. It's something to be said about him still being himself. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can feel a lot of different ways, but if Drake is still being Drake, there's nothing wrong with that. Just keeping it real. That's just me being honest with you, man. But y'all locked in with me. Everybody's locked in with me. Shout out to everybody that's on comment. Y'all remember this Delvin's room. You nigga Delvin. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out till next time.